Today we have the first look of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, including lots of confirmations of its specs. Let me know in the comments what your most wanted upgrade is for the Galaxy Z Fold 5. So first story of the day, before we get into the reveal, we've got news that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and the Flip are coming earlier than we expected. We had rumours a couple of weeks ago that this was happening, and reliable analyst Ross Young has tweeted, and he says that the Flip and the Fold production estimates are double that of its predecessor at this time, and that it's very likely that this is because of an earlier launch. Now he says that it's a good move to distance the Fold from the iPhone 15 launch, but it's also probably because of other foldables entering the market. With increased competition, it is now important for Samsung to launch as early as possible. While we normally see the Fold in August, it's very likely that this time round the Z Fold 5 is going to be released in July. Now next up, before we look at the design, we've got the main spec sheet leaked for the Galaxy Z Fold 5 thanks to the Galax on Twitter. Now according to his tweet, we get a 7.6-inch main display and a 6.2-inch external display. He says they're going to be 120Hz AMOLED and that they'll be brighter than the previous models. Now we of course get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, we get 12GB of DDR5 RAM, and then 256, 512 or 1TB of storage, which will of course be UFS 4. We get a 50MP plus 12MP plus 10MP camera system as well, and while this is the same as the previous models, it doesn't mean they're going to be using the exact same sensors, but we're going to have to wait and see. One upgrade we do have though is 8K videos now at 30 frames a second, and we've also got improved speakers for watching media and listening to music. Now next up, we've got the first look at the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 thanks to Onleaks and Smartprix, and they've delivered plenty of information along with stunning renders and a full 360 video. As you can see, when it comes to the overall design, not much has actually changed at all. In my renders, I've got the cameras protruding from the rear panel, but according to Onleaks, this isn't happening. The rear cameras are still going to be housed inside a module, and the only real change is that the LED flash is now outside of that camera module over on the right hand side. And when it comes to design leaks, Onleaks has proved himself to be incredibly accurate, and he showed us so many devices early on, so at this stage we can be pretty sure that this is exactly what the Z Fold 5 is going to look like. Well, it looks pretty much the same, the dimensions are slightly smaller, and the biggest difference being in the thickness when folded, and this is of course mainly due to the Z Fold 5 now folding completely flat, unlike its predecessor. Now this is all thanks to the new water drop hinge, and it not only allows the Fold 5 to fold completely flat, but reports are saying it also increases the durability of the display. Now according to rumours, this along with the new improved display means there's going to be no crease at all in the centre, but we're still waiting for some kind of confirmation, and at the moment it's still just rumours. Now the only other spec upgrades that we're aware of at the moment is improved under-display cameras along with an upgrade to 25W wireless charging, but overall it looks very similar to its predecessor, with the focus being on spec upgrades. To be fair, it's not a bad thing though. If the Z Fold 5 comes with all of this upgraded hardware on top of a flat folding design with no crease in the centre, then it's still going to be the best folding phone available. Now that we're so close to launch, leaks are likely going to come flooding in, and hopefully we're going to see something like a prototype soon. But of course, as soon as anything does come in, I'm going to be sharing it straight away, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future.